Welcome back to Coin Collector's World, where every episode uncovers hidden treasures, rare varieties, and the remarkable history behind coins that most people overlook. Today we take a deep dive into the story of a coin that sits quietly in millions of pockets and drawers, yet a tiny fraction of its survivors carry a value far beyond imagination. The United States 1-cent coin from the year 1990 with no mint mark is one of the most fascinating examples of how a regular modern coin can become a premium collectible under the right conditions. Every collector knows that the Lincoln Cent series is packed with mysteries, varieties, and valuable surprises. From double dies to small date and large date varieties, to transitional errors and minting anomalies, each year offers something new for collectors to study. But sometimes it is not an error that creates extraordinary value. Sometimes it is a simple combination of rarity and condition, sudden market demand, and the undeniable beauty of a perfectly preserved coin. The 1990 no-mint mark penny is a perfect example of that phenomenon. At first glance, this coin does not stand out. It carries the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has appeared on the cent since 1909. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1990, both designs were familiar to every American, and billions of Lincoln cents had entered circulation. Most people would never stop to examine the details because it was simply an everyday coin. However, in numismatics, the ordinary can become extraordinary when a coin survives with exceptional quality. During minting, coins strike at high speed, fall into bins, collide with thousands of other coins, and are bagged for distribution. The vast majority develop tiny marks, lose their original shine, and begin to show wear before they even reach the hands of the public. As a result, finding a coin that remains nearly flawless after more than 3 decades is nothing short of remarkable. The Philadelphia Mint produced the 1990 cents without any mint mark, a tradition that continues today for most of its coins. Millions were struck, but only a microscopic fraction escaped damage. Collectors who specialize in modern Lincoln cents understand how incredibly rare it is to find a coin from this era that still retains its original luster, sharp lines, and mirror-like surfaces. That level of preservation is what transforms a common cent into a premium investment piece. The coin community began noticing exceptional 1990 no-mint mark pennies when a few submissions to major grading companies received impressive grades. These coins showed crisp details throughout Lincoln's beard, hair, cheekbone, and coat. The fields around the portrait appeared smooth and free of distracting marks. On the reverse, each column of the Lincoln Memorial appeared clean and sharply struck, with no signs of flattening or contact marks. These coins were so well preserved that they stood above the rest of the surviving population. Once a coin reaches such a high tier of quality, it becomes a candidate for intense competition among collectors and investors. High-end coin buyers look for top population coins, meaning coins that are tied for the highest grade ever given for that date and type. These pieces often set new price records because only a handful exist in such perfect condition. When demand is high and supply is extremely low, the auction results can be astonishing. As word spread, collectors began searching through their coin jars, inherited collections, and bank rolls, hoping to find their own hidden gem. Videos, articles, and numismatic forums exploded with interest in this date, and discussions about grading, strike quality, die characteristics, and preservation became more common. The 1990 no-mint mark cent turned into a modern treasure hunt, proving that valuable coins do not always have to be centuries old or struck in tiny quantities. The real turning point came when one of the finest known examples of the 1990 no-mint mark penny reached a major auction. The atmosphere was electric as bidders recognized the significance of owning such a pristine piece. Competing collectors pushed the price higher and higher as they fought for a chance to secure one of the highest graded examples ever recorded. These moments are rare in numismatic history, and when they happen, they redefine the value expectations for an entire coin series. What made this particular coin stand out was not just its appearance, but the fact that it represented the absolute best of its kind. It was a coin that told a story of perfect timing, perfect preservation, and the kind of rarity created not by low mintage, but by survival against all odds. When the final hammer fell, the price reached a level that stunned both casual collectors and experienced professionals. The final selling price achieved by this extraordinary 1990 no-mint mark United States 1-cent coin was an incredible amount of $60,000.